Hey everybody out there, my name is Dragnix, and this is a day to celebrate for me. Even through all the struggles with the channel, it not taking off, me having to find a second job, so on and so forth. Today is a very special day, and if you haven't realized why, well, this. I love the Cubs. Even though my parents weren't baseball fans, even though, they don't follow sports at all, my grandmother was the one who got me into sports, in particular baseball. She would talk about Ryan Sandberg. She would talk about Mark Grace and how he would scratch his cup area, his crotch area, and it was a little bit disturbing now that I think about it as a kid, but regardless, my grandmother was a huge Cubs fan, and I picked that up from her. Yes, it's been a struggle. 2003, the whole Bartman situation, even though that wasn't his fault, the team collapsing. And then we come to this year. It's been a long while, 108 years since the Cubs won the World Series, and lo and behold, they won it last night in one of the most exciting games in baseball history. If you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. The back and forth, the home run in the eighth, the just tension in which every time Joe Madden pulled a new pitcher and making you wonder why the hell did you pull out Hendricks, everything. So the Cubs winning the World Series, despite everything else, I'm on cloud nine. But that comes with a caveat. See, despite the fact that the Cubs won the World Series, I made a promise to myself. I made a promise that if the Cubs won the World Series, I would do something special, something different, something a little bit out of the ordinary for me to celebrate. Now, I'm not talking about jumping out of a plane or anything. Yes, I still think that jumping out of a plane with a parachute that could possibly break at 40,000 feet, yeah, probably not the best idea, even though it's more likely that you crash in an automobile accident and die. But with that said, I wanted to do something different regardless, and that has something to do with this channel. There will be 3 videos that you guys can vote on. Videos that I normally don't do. Videos that are completely different for me in terms of something that I probably would never do on the channel. Even though I may have said that I would do, or something that you think I may do sometime in the future. These are videos that, rest assured, I probably wouldn't have done unless the Cubs won the World Series. And you get the vote on what exactly I do in terms of the video. So, the 3 choices are as follows. The first video is a video that I have been teasing for a while now. I've actually gone and written multiple scripts with the video in mind. I have looked through the footage multiple times. I have kept the footage around for the purposes of making a video on it, but never having the cojones to just go and do it. It has been a video that I've teased for a while now, since the 200 and 300 subs, and that is the XPlate video. XPlate is a game that is special. It is not Alone in the Dark Illumination. It is not an abomination in that sense, but it's its own type of abomination. Almost everything in the game doesn't make sense. Every game design decision, it's one of those games where you sit there go, wait, they made War Thunder? They made a competent, military simulation game with tanks, and they produced that? How the hell did they produce that? So, XPlate is a game that I've wanted to break down, and I want to do it in a more humorous fashion. I do take influences from things like Pro Jared's videos, videos that are humorous in nature, but they still have an element of criticism to it, actual criticism. I like John Tron's videos. I like Pro Jared's videos. I like videos like that, and I've always wanted to try and make my own video with it, with my own style, of course, not just mimicking them. So, if you vote for option 1, I will do that type of video with XPlates. I'll have to do it in 3 weeks, and regardless of the excuses that I make, I have to produce it. It would probably take a lot of time, but guess what? It's worth it in terms of the Cubs. The second and third options came from last night when I said something along the lines in the Tech Raptor chat about wanting to do these things more than have to go through the stress of that game, because that game 7 was heart attack after heart attack. The first thing I said, well, that will be option 3. The second thing I said was something to deal with a game that I never wanted to see again. Somehow the game got a sequel, even though it is tangentially related to the first game. That game is Josiah Ninja. Unlike XPlates, unlike a game like Resident Evil Revelations 2, this game is so broken and so horrible that I didn't even get past the first level. I did a quick hit video on it, a flyby video, aka a let's try. And it was so horrible, so horrid that I could not picture anyone beating the game. Yes, some people have and probably have completely played through the game. There's probably some absurd person out there that likes the game. That person needs mental help. But if you vote for option 2, I will play through the game entirely and beat it. I will stream portions of that, process, and in the end I will make a let's play style video. I'm not going to do a 27-part let's play series. That is not what this channel is about. It's about, edited footage. It's about, respecting your time. But you will get my natural reaction to the entire game. I'll record everything with a microphone, of course. Obviously, I have to. But you will see my natural reaction to things. And I will take the best parts of it, the most absurd parts of it, and put it all together in a condensed let's play. Probably like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or something along that line. It's something I definitely don't want to do because Josiah Ninja is a horrible game. But just like the Cubs suffered all those years, I'm willing to suffer because the Cubs won the World Series. So, option 2, Josiah Ninja. Option 3. People who have watched this channel know that one of the games that I completely despised was Resident Evil Revelations 2. The game design in particular, this is a company that I know can make great games. They've made things like Monster Hunter. They have made games in the past like Mega Man. I know there are a lot of good designers there, and there are still a lot of good designers there. And when I take a look at what Resident Evil Revelations 2 did to that franchise compared to Revelations, I'm sort of still shocked to this day that it got such a good critical reception from people. I gave it a 4 out of 10, I think, or 4.5 out of 10. I don't remember what for TechRaptor. And most people were giving it 8s and 9s, and I couldn't understand why. Well, remember how I said at the start of this video, these are videos that I would never do. And the thing is that I said this with the intent of, okay, I don't want to go through this horror in terms of the back and forth with the Cubs. I'd rather play Resident Evil Revelations 2. So the third video is a sellout video. This is a video where I talk nothing but positive things about Resident Evil Revelations 2. In particular, the top 10 game design decisions regarding Resident Evil Revelations 2. Now, I can't get around this in terms of making a negative out of a positive. For example, there was a boss video I did where the AI was so horrible. I can't use that and say, oh, the game is accessible to everyone, and say that it's easy and therefore people can, enjoy it for that. No, I actually have to find positive things to say about Resident Evil Revelations 2's story mode. Again, I've gone on record saying that the arena mode is fantastic. I have to actually give you guys a sellout video in that case. Obviously, I'm not making money off of it in terms of a Capcom deal or anything, but it's something that I would never do. It would, especially with a game that I hate. So, option 3 is the sellout video for Resident Evil Revelations 2. So those are your 3 options. There will be a straw poll in the description below. And again, like I said, this vote will end on Sunday at midnight. This will give me 3 weeks to make the video, regardless of what else is going on. And so, you guys get to choose my fate. Again, I'm the one who wins in the end. The Cubs won the World Series. I'm the happy person in this sort of, discussion. But the fact of the matter is, I want to give back to all the Cubs organization, all the fans, everyone who's done something wonderful for the Cubs for this victory. For the fact that, finally, after all these years, something good came out of this. And so, this is what I came up with. Again, vote in the description below, and I will see you guys later. I still will be making review videos regardless during the time, and you will get more content. And again, I am looking for that other job because, again, the Patreon isn't exactly where it needs to be in order for me to do it full time. All right, I will see you guys later, and as always, keep on gaming. And the Cubs won. Just celebrate that.